Hello and welcome to the Cybersecurity News Global. A day in an office when you think that everything is working fine and your internet connected, network connected printer starts malfunctioning, or it gives a gateway to the hackers into your internal office network. Yes, this is happening. The critical flaw of the HP printers have been found out. An 8-year-old security flaw affecting 150 different multifunctional printers, which is known as MFPs, from the HP Incorporated. The two weaknesses, collectively called as printing shells, were discovered and reported by the HP F-Secure Labs research team on April 29, 2021. Let's dig deeper and find out the exploits. There are two exploits which are CVE 2021 39237, which is having a CVS score of 7.1. What it's actually doing is an informative disclosure vulnerability impacting certain HP LaserJet, HP LaserJet managed printers, HP page-wide and HP page-wide managed printers. Now, another critical or the exploit is CVE 2021 39238 with a CVS score of 9.3, which is quite high. A buffer overflow vulnerability impacting certain HP Enterprise LaserJet, HP LaserJet managed, HP Enterprise page-wide and HP page-wide managed products. Now think, and I'll give you an hypothetical situation which what can happen. A successful attack will allow an adversary to achieve various objectives, including stealing informations or using the compromised machines as a breachhold for the future attacks against the organization. A hypothetical situation or an example could be like the victims can be asked to get into a rogue browser and phishing page and download an exploit which can directly be there in the network connected printer, and then it can later gives an direct gateway to the hacker and getting into the office network and the network which is being connected. So once these rollouts are there, patched rollouts are there, please update your HP printers to be safe. The Japanese consumer electronic giant Panasonic has disclosed a security breach where an unauthorized third party broke into its network and potentially accessed the data from one of its file server. Now, as the result of an internal investigation, it was determined that some data on a file server had been accessed during the intrusion. The company said and it was published in Twitter itself in November 26. The most popular operating system, yes, the Windows, and is again having a 0-day vulnerability and vulnerability with this unauthorized file read vulnerability. Now, the CVE 2021 24084 with a CVS score of 5.5, the flaw concerns an information disclosure vulnerability in the Windows mobile device management component that could enable the attacker to gain unauthorized file system access to the to read arbitrary files in the system itself. Now, Advino Nessari, if I'm pronouncing it right, was credited with for discovering this and reporting the bug on October 2020, prompting Microsoft to address this issue very quickly on February 2021, patching it by this Tuesday update. And now the last week again there was another exploit which was discovered, was CVE 2021 41379 that could be bypassed to achieve elevated privileges on the device running on the latest Windows server, including Windows 10, Windows 11 and Windows Server 2022. Now the latest updates are there. Please update to be safe and secure in this wild web. We are doing mobile banking, and that's what it is advised during this situation of pandemic. We are not going physically to the banks, and that's quite convenient for everyone. And the point is these applications are being targeted by malicious Trojan apps which are available in Google Play Store. 4 different Android banking Trojans were spread via the official Google Play Store between August and November 2021. Now, it is expected, as per the data shows, that 3 lakh infections through various dropper apps that pose as seemingly harmless utility apps to take full control of the infected device. Now, designated delivery, which is known as like T-bot, okay, and some of the apps like Alien or a like QR code scanner. Now once installed, these banking Trojans can sniff those data or take those like passwords, and SMS based two-factor authentications can be shared. The keystrokes what you are making on your mobile phones are shared. The screenshots of your mobile are also being shared. Now how it's happening, once you get installing these kind of apps, it gets installed without any kind of prompting screens asking for privileges and taking permissions. Now it doesn't require that permission at the time of getting installed. Once they roll out the updates, and once it asks you to update, at that point of time these kind of privileges are taken from you, or rather asked by the apps to you, and you are giving those privileges, which leads to this kind of banking frauds. This Trojan is actually working at that point of time. So this is a new kind of an attack with using in a new way. Now be safe, don't use this kind of apps or apps which are not being used frequently. Try to not to install those kind of apps, and importantly, an update from Google Play Store is they have removed those apps as they have found out this thing. So now it's safe, but we can again be targeted in a new way. So be safe, think before you install. Hi everyone, thanks for watching this news. If you really liked it, thumbs it up, and if you really love it, subscribe to this channel, and please stay tuned. It will be all cybersecurity news for you all.